Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We got some exciting news, man. Max Kellerman is back, and he's back in a big way. He's going to call Canelo Crawford. What a comeback, man. After 18 months of not knowing what happened to Max Kellerman, he quietly comes back and says, "Hey, guys, I'm just going to call the biggest freaking fight of the century." No, 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 don't nothing to look at. Stevan, big news, man. Big news for Netflix, who now has Netflix boxing. And guess what? Max Kellerman's the head of Netflix boxing. More news. They're letting him pick a team. He's picked Jim Lampley, and he says he's gonna pick a third. I'm speculating it's going to be somebody he worked with in the past. I don't think he wants any new friends like he had in Stephan A Smith, who stabbed him in the back. I think he wants to stick to old friends. And the way I see all of this going down, he is sticking with old friends. So look for it to be Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver, maybe an Andre Ward, somebody that used to work with him and Jim Lampley at at HBO, and maybe a rotating door of all three, because all three have moved on to other things. But look for those guys to probably fill in that third spot. He obviously doesn't want new people around him. Speaking of no new people around him, Netflix boxing is going to be working with none other than TKO Promotions, headed by who? His old close personal friend for 25 years, Dana White. Who else runs it? Nick Khan. Who's Nick Khan? His friend. I heard all this reported by the Chismoso, Marcellus Wiley, on Hydration Station. Go check it out on YouTube. It's a great show. Now, Nick Khan is the head of WWE, but he also runs TKO, and he hired Dana White. And I guess there was talks, and maybe Max Kellerman told Turkey, "Hey, you know what? You bring these two guys together. That's who I'd like to work with." So Max was doing all this behind the scenes, according to Marcellus Wiley, building this dream team to make something huge on Netflix. And then at the end, he teased us. He said, "Wait for more giant news from Max Kellerman." And you know what I think it is, man? I think Netflix is just going to go ahead and have a whole sports division a la ESPN, having those morning shows where it's all about chisme and this and that. And I bet Max Kellerman's going to run the whole show there. That's great for Max Kellerman, man. Why do I say that's great for Max Kellerman? Because he's had a tough time. Stephan A Smith is still unhappy to date. The other day, Jay Williams mentioned Max Kellerman on their broadcast for a basketball show, the finals, and Max Kellerman's name, I'm sure last week, was buzzing in the back realms of your Stephen A's and your ESPNs and your analysts. I'm sure back there they were all talking, and wow, this big stuff is happening with Max. So his Jay Williams mentioned him, and Stephen A visibly got mad. He rolled his eyes. So you can tell Stephen A is still pissed off. I don't know why he has a grudge on him, but screw that, because Max Kellerman's winning. He is big, man, because check it out. TKO Group Holdings, who is the owner of UFC, WWE in TKO, I know Max Kellerman definitely has a hand in that, maybe some stock options in there. Why? Because Dana White, his best friend's running the show there, and Nick Khan. And this company is one of the fastest companies growing in the stock market, man. In February, it opened up at $170. Right now, it's at $200. And the S&P 500 report says it's the biggest gainer last week. So I'm predicting next year it's going to be like $300 a share. And Max Kellerman, has stock options there. He's the head of Netflix Boxing now, who's the biggest streaming platform. This Netflix will flatten ESPN right now with money. Yes, Disney. They're bigger than Disney right now. So with these stock options, being the head of Netflix Boxing, and possibly be this new news coming for him, I don't see him not like having some other business. Netflix is too big to just let him go like that. I see the next big news being Max Kellerman is probably head of like Netflix sports division. Anyway, Max Kellerman's winning. Stephen A hated on him for a really long time, went on a tour talking shit, just really slandering this guy's name for months. Max Kellerman never said a peep. The silent assassin, man. Max Kellerman, I'm proud of you, man. I'm really proud of you. I'm happy for you. More than anything, I'm happy for you. Good things happen to good dudes. Silent killer, man. He just stayed silent. And we all know the biggest killer is succeeded in front of your enemies, and he's doing it by far. You're winning, man. You're winning, and I'm happy. Are you guys happy for Max Kellerman? Leave me a like or leave me a dislike if you're not happy for him. Subscribe, tell your friends. We'll see you next week.
Putazos y pendejadas.